everybody, welcome back to my channel and to another nail video. In today's video I'm making my Halloween nails, which I'm very excited about, and I thought I would bring you guys along to make them with me because I'm trying a couple of nail art designs that I've never tried before, and one of the nails has something really exciting that I haven't seen many people do, so I thought I had to show you guys how I do it. So let's jump right in and do these Halloween nails. So for this set of nails I decided to go for short almond tips, and I've already prepped them and everything, and now you can see I'm painting my base colours. I'll link everything that I'm using in today's video in the description, and I will also leave timestamps for each section of this video in the description too, so if you just want to skip straight to the nail art then feel free. So this is the idea for the design of the nail set that we're going for today. There's quite a bit of stuff going on in this set for me. There's a couple of different bits of nail art, and the spider that I've drawn on the ring finger on this set is actually the little exciting thing. It's 3D, but there's also something else, another element to this design that I haven't tried before, so I'm very excited to get to that and show you guys. The inspiration photos that I added from this set are mostly from Pinterest. That little spiderweb one I did myself, but the other ones are from Pinterest, and I will try my best to link them and the original creators of the designs in the description. And I will also leave a link to these little nail planning sheets too, because I really love using those to plan a design and get all of my ideas out of my head and onto a bit of paper before I start actually making my nails. The colour scheme that I chose for this set had to be something related to Halloween, of course, so I went for black and purple, and I think it ends up looking really cool. And for the purple shade I'm using this. It's a purple glitter reflective cat eye from Born Pretty, and I will leave it in the description because I absolutely love it. It's so sparkly and so pretty, and I'm really happy that I went with this colour because I think that with the black just looks really cool for Halloween. And I've been loving cat eye gel polishes recently, so any excuse to use one I will take. So I'm just going to go in with 2 coats of that cat eye polish, and I am activating the magnet for both layers or both coats of that gel. I know some people will just leave the first coat and not activate the magnet. I'm not really sure what difference that makes, so I activate both and I find that that works for me. So once I had done the cat eye gel on the nails that were getting full cover with that purple colour, I'm going to put them in a lamp to cure, and then I'm going to take some of that same purple cat eye gel and put it on a little palette because I'm going to do a French tip on the middle and ring finger using that same shade. Usually when I do a French tip I would put a matte top coat over the nail so that I've got a really smooth surface to work with, but because I knew I'm about to go in with matte top coat in a minute, I didn't want to make the nail too bulky. And this cat eye gel is a little bit thicker and it's got a little bit of texture to it, so it did actually end up sticking to the nail quite well. So I did manage to get away with not using a matte top coat before I did this French. But if you prefer painting a French tip onto a matte nail, then you can definitely add matte top coat or buff the nail before you go in and do this French tip. And like you just saw there, I am activating that cat eye magnet on the French tip. You don't really see it as much on the French tip because there's not as much space, but I still like to activate it because you can see it a little bit. So once I'm happy with the French tip design, I am going to compare the nails just to make sure that they match up. And these nails are also getting 2 coats, so I will go back in and do a second coat of the French tip design on both hands. I did that off camera and that is what they look like. And then I am going to go in on all of the nails with matte top coat. The first time that I put matte top coat over a cat eye design, I kind of panicked a bit because it does look like you've kind of ruined the cat eye. It takes all of that sparkle away and it kind of dulls it down a lot. But when I go in at the very end with my glossy top coat, that sparkle and the proper cat eye effect will come back, so not to worry. This matte top coat, like I mentioned earlier, just makes it way easier to work on these nails. Having a smooth matte surface makes it easier to get straight lines, and yeah, I just way prefer doing nail art on top of a matte surface. So once I've done that matte top coat and they've come out of the lamp and cured, it is finally time to start on the first nail art design. And I am starting by painting a spider web on the thumb. I love a little spider web design. They're actually way easier than I thought they would be. So here you can see I just did a straight line across the centre of the nail and a horizontal line across the centre of the nail, and then I'm going back in with diagonal lines in between those two. To do all of the nail art today, I am using a black gel polish from Nail Order. I tried this design with an art gel and it was just a bit too thick and it wasn't doing what I wanted it to, so I swapped just to using a plain black gel polish and I much preferred it. And then for most of this nail art today, once I've done one step and I'm happy with it, I'm going to flash cure it before I move on to add in the next element of the design. And the next step for this spiderweb nail is to do the little parts that join the web up. So those are basically little, I don't know, what would you call them? They're not like half circles, they're little curved lines. That's probably the word that I'm going for. So I'm just doing 3 little curved lines per section and I'm trying to get them to be the same level as best as I can. And the way that I did it was for each little triangle shape that you are left with, I'm doing the little 3 curved lines in that section and then flash curing it when I'm happy with it and then moving on to the next one, just to make sure that I don't accidentally smudge it. Flash curing my designs like this actually ended up working out really well for me with this set, so I'll definitely be doing it again in future. And then once I had finished doing all of those little web parts and I was happy with the nail, I put it in the lamp for a full cure for 60 seconds and then we are on to the second nail art design. So here I've moved over to the pinky nail and I'm going to be doing a little moon design on this nail. I was trying to think of a design that was pretty small that would fit on a pinky but it was still Halloween themed. So when I saw little moons on one of the Inspo pictures, I thought, yep, that is the one that's going to go on the pinky. That's going to be so cute. And I've never actually done Crescent Moon nail art before, so I was really interested to see how it would turn out. I don't really have any hacks or tips for this. I basically just freehand painted it how I thought it should look, and I think it ended up working out okay. I really liked the end result of this nail at least. I do go in and add a little sparkle in a second, but for this moon I thought it was really cute and it's definitely a nail art design that I could see me doing again in the future. So I decided to flash cure the little moon before I go in with a little sparkle star. I love doing these little sparkles, I do them all the time and they're super easy because you just do a little dot with a dotting tool and then take your liner brush and drag that gel out, and once you've done that, that is the sparkle done. It's so simple. And once I had done that, that was that nail finished and we are on to the spiderweb French tip. For this spider web, I'm focusing on just putting it on the French tip of this nail, but I'm still just drawing my little straight lines on the French tip and then I'm going to go back in with the curved lines to make it look like a spider's web. I'm really sorry if my camera keeps going out of focus or if I'm moving the nail out of shot. When I was watching this back and editing the video, I was so annoyed that I didn't notice me doing this when I was filming. But I had my camera more zoomed in than usual and I think that's what's done it. And that's why my camera is trying to focus on the background and not on the nail. And I'm also not used to having my camera so zoomed in, so I was taking the nail out of shot. So I'm very sorry about that. I will make sure that that doesn't happen in my next video. So I have moved on to doing the middle finger, which is the bat French tip design, and you just saw me take my black gel and outline that French, and now I'm using my liner brush to make a line on that French tip down the centre of the nail, and then I'm going to do 2 on either side, with the line in the middle being the longest and the other ones being a little bit shorter. And then I'm going back in and making little curved lines to join those up. And then once I fill this in, this is what's going to be the shape of the bat's wing. I'm also going to go back in and sharpen up those lines and make sure that you can still see the points on them and that I've not made it like one big blob on the nail. And I'm going to try and make those symmetrical. It's very difficult, so I'm not being too picky with it, but as close as I can get it to being symmetrical as possible is fine. And then once I've done that and I'm happy with that, I'm going to flash cure it before I go in with my dotting tool to add the bat's head. So I just added a little circle in the centre of the nail, and then using my liner brush, I'm going to drag out the gel to make 2 little triangles to make the bat's ears. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to pop it in the lamp and we're on to the last nail design. So to start off this nail art design, I'm drawing a semicircle across the bottom of the nail and then I'm going to fill that in with gel. This is going to be the cat nail, and I'm so excited to do this one. I've never done a cat nail art design before, but I just had to do a black cat for Halloween. So I'm adding 2 little triangles to do the cat's ears, and then I'm going to cure that and take a white gel, and this is to add the cat's eyes in. So for this I want to add 2 little oval shapes. I did also try and add a nose and whiskers, and they were absolutely awful, so those got wiped off. But once I had cured the white ovals for the cat's eyes, I'm going to do 2 little ovals going the other way, and this is going to finish off the cat's eyes and actually make this design it look like a cat. So that is all the nail art with gel done, but of course I said earlier in the video that I'm doing something cool with a 3D design. So I am actually trying out a 3D spinning nail charm for the first time. I'm going to do 2 of these charms on the spiderweb French tip nails, and to do this was actually way easier than I thought it would be. So I'm just taking some of the McCart rhinestone glue, and this is a little nail spinner charm, and I'm going to stick it in the middle of the nail, as close to the middle of the nail as I can get, and flash cure it so it doesn't move, and then put it in the big lamp. And then I'm using that same rhinestone glue to stick that little spider charm onto the top of the spinner. Again, flash curing it so it doesn't move before I put it in the big lamp for a full cure. And oh my god, look at this, how cool is this little spinning charm? I honestly haven't seen many people do this kind of thing. I saw these charms on Shein, I think, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I wonder what that is. So I went and had a look at some videos, and I knew I had to buy them and give them a go because they looked like so much fun, and I thought something like this for Halloween would be the perfect time to try it out. And I'm honestly so happy with the results. I think they look super cool and they're actually really fun to sit and play with. I'm curious to see how long the charms are going to stay stuck, especially if I'm going to play with them all the time, but I had to give them a go and I really love them. Let me know in the comments if you've tried a spinning nail charm before, or if this video has made you want to try a spinning nail charm. I feel like I at least have to try some again for Christmas or something because they're so much fun. But anyway, back to the nails. I did give those nails an extra long cure in the lamp just to hopefully keep those charms stuck on. And then once I had finished that, that was me done with the nail art, and I am on to adding the top coat. And hopefully you can see what I meant earlier about how once you add the glossy top coat, the shine does come back to the cat eye effect, and it really brings the nails back to life and it looks super cool. So I really liked seeing how the glossy top coat really finished off this set. I don't think you could have left this set matte. I think because they're so sparkly and glossy, that's what makes them look so nice. This is one of my favourite sets that I've ever done. I just love that purple cat eye so much. The spider webs on the thumbs are one of my favourite designs to do for Halloween. And obviously the spinning charms are like the showstopper. I really can't wait to wear these nails and show everybody. You're like, oh, look what this does. I'm just very happy with these results if you couldn't tell. So here are the finished results. Here are the finished nails. I'm so happy with them. This moon is so simple, but I think it's really pretty and it really shows off the cat eye design. And then I really love this. This nail has to be my favourite because of the spider charm, but I do think the spider French tip looks really cute too. And I'm glad that I magnetised the cat eye on the French tip because you can definitely see it. The same with this bat French tip, you can definitely see the cat eye design. I do love this cat nail too, it's so cute. And I think on this nail and the spiderweb nail you can really see the cat eye polish and see how pretty it is underneath. But yes, those are the finished Halloween nails. Like I said, I'm so excited to wear them. Keep an eye out on my Instagram because I will definitely post me wearing these nails when I put them on for Halloween. If you liked this video or you found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel. If you want to see more nail content like this, then remember to subscribe. Let me know what you think of these nails in the comments, and other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day and I will see you next time. Bye!